as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Allen on third. And able to find John Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Under 10, under alert. Rush in, rush in.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. They run here with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Again, 11 on the play. And the Bills first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. These two teams all tied after one.
Mike Barton. Yeah. You don't want to know. Middle.
shotgun now on first down. Pass caught. It's the rookie from Ole Miss, Dawson Knox. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one, deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants! Harris Campbell, 78 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
57. All day, baby, all day. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now a run with Singletary. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
319. Check. Here we go. Mike, check. 59.
On 3rd down, Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Jones. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for the Giants.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He finds an opening past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
90 Wolf. 49, check 49. Crystone travel. Shoot.
Throwing Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Looking to throw. Jones. It's brought in left side by Tate. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Rosas puts this one through. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's another Giants
Ready?
first down.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
Here's Gallman. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Watch tight.
Hey, wahoo!
Tight is right. Even. 4 down. Even.
22 jet bombers. Hey, Sam on.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
2nd and 5 now. Jones steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The toss out to Barkley. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they're going jet sweep. Here's Tate. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
You're out. Go, go.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they will take a 7-point lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get this ball back with offense. Let's go. Check 99.
Singletary again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, It's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
That's it, baby. You got one. At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Switch. No. Off.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Let him know.
Ready?
Jones operating from the gun. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Check. Hatch it.
Fair.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Hughes gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Come on, let's go.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Barkley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
60 outlaw. Hey, Echo.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I know he ain't got it.
Be careful.
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or two short. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 29, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tease Tabor. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Jerry Hughes on the stop. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.